Hello everyone. Probably on daily basis, every day, now you will find this type of pictures. Cockroaches near tap, sink, refrigerator, or when you mop, you'll find this type of capsule-like structures. Similarly, you might have also encountered this type of earthen galleries in the wooden materials at your home. Similarly, this type of damage to the various books and materials which you have kept. So, in this lecture, I'll be talking about taxonomy of cockroaches and termites. So, once again, I welcome you to the Insect Systematics lecture series. In the lecture 9, I'll be talking about Blattodea, which includes both cockroaches and termites. So, now I think you know where we are. We are targeting Blattodea. So, under the division Neoptera, in the last few classes, we were discussing the subdivision Polyneoptera. We completed the discussion on all the orders of Polyneoptera except Blattodea. So that we are discussing today. Okay, so we left with subdivision Paraneoptera and subdivision Oligoneoptera. So now before getting into the Blattodea, I'll try to recall the various categories of classification: kingdom, phylum, subphylum, superclass or epiclass, class, subclass, infraclass, superorder, order, suborder, superfamily, family, subfamily, tribe, genus, subgenus, species, subspecies. So these are the categories of classification. Sometimes now we also include with some advancement which took place, especially in the classification of Blattodea cockroaches. So two more categories can be introduced. So which includes between order and suborder, there is a infraorder, and between superfamily and family, there is a epifamily. So 18 to 20 categories or ranks can be considered hierarchically. Okay, starting from kingdom to species or subspecies. Okay, so traditionally, cockroaches and termites were considered as independent orders. Okay, cockroaches were called Blattodea and termites were called Isoptera. But through the molecular evidences, Inward and his co-workers in the year 2007, they published a paper in a journal called Biology Letters, wherein they said that these cockroaches or the termites are in fact they are really close to cockroaches. So they gave a title to that paper, Death of an Order. Okay, so that means termites have lost the order status. Death of an order, a comprehensive molecular phylogenetic study confirms that termites are eusocial cockroaches, wherein they asked a question: are termites cockroaches? And if they are, what is the sister group of termites within cockroaches? Okay, it is long believed that termites are close to cockroaches, but through the evidences, they proved that they should be placed within the cockroach order. Okay, so as a result of that, some concerns were raised among taxonomists. Okay, what are those concerns? In fact, two questions were raised. One question is with respect to cockroaches. Another question is with respect to termites. So with respect to cockroaches, which term to be used? Okay, since many years we are using the terms called Dictyoptera, almost synonymous with the cockroaches. Dictyoptera, Blattodea, Blattaria. So these were used interchangeably for cockroaches. Okay, so if that is the case, okay, so what is the status of these terminologies? The question second was with respect to termites. Okay, what will be the ordinal status of Isoptera? Okay, so what happens if order Isoptera has lost the order status means what it should be called? Okay, so what about the status of its families? Okay, so these were the two questions were raised with the this modification. So what they did was these involved and co-workers proposed a different classification based on the molecular evidences. So they said that Dictyoptera should be superorder, which consists of order Blattodea. Okay, so that means Dictyoptera should consist of mantids, cockroaches, and termites, whereas Blattodea consists of only cockroaches and termites. Okay, so this is the the difference in terminologies, which is very clear. So Dictyoptera includes mantids, cockroaches, and termites, whereas Blattodea includes only cockroaches and termites. So termites are now placed under the order Blattodea. So various superfamilies were considered, and because of the close relationship with cockroaches, these termites are placed under the order Blattodea, and they called it as Termitoidae as epi-family, in order to retain the family status of various different families of Isoptera. So that means to say for example, if the Isoptera has lost the order status, means it will be downgraded, and as a result of that, the family should also be downgraded one level, so to subfamily level, for example. So that's why in fact I gave the categories of different classification, different ranks of hierarchical classification. So, but in order to retain the family status of these different families of termites, they consider this Isoptera termites as Termitoidae under the rank epi-family. So as a result of that, the family status of different families of termites are retained as it is. So this is the proposed classification which was given by Hinward, which was accepted eventually after a few years. So with respect to question 1, with respect to cockroaches, which term to be used? So Dictyoptera should be a superorder which includes cockroaches, termites, and mantids. That indicates that mantids are close relatives of cockroaches, but they are actually diverged long back, and they are considered as separate order, but not termites. Okay, Blattodea includes both cockroaches and termites. If you are using the term called Blattaria, it includes only cockroaches. Okay, so now I think it's very clear, because if you refer various literature, you may come across these type of terminologies, and now it is clear what actually you are studying. So the second question with respect to termites, what will be the ordinal status of Isoptera? If you want to call it as Isoptera, so it should be considered as down one rank down the order, it should be called infraorder Isoptera. It has lost the order status. Or above the one family rank, it should be epifamily called Termitoidae. Okay, Termitoidae or infraorder Isoptera. So as a result of that, the family status of different Isoptera families are retained as it is. Okay, so these two questions were actually made clear, and now it is clear that termites are eusocial cockroaches. So coming to the characters of cockroaches, don't get confused. So if I say Blattodea, which includes both cockroaches and termites, what I am giving here is the characters of only cockroaches. Body flattened dorsoventrally. Okay. Head hypognathous, directed downwards, which has got chewing and biting type of mouth parts. Forewings are tugbina, leathery, parchment-like, whereas hind wings are membranous. Okay, so only forewings actually protect the hind wings, and hind wings are used for flight. Legs cursorial, modified running for running, and tarsi is 5 segmented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cerci is in fact short, consists of 1 to many segmented and different species of cockroaches. So in fact, Blattodea consists of number of superfamilies like Blattoidea, Polyphagoidea, Blaberioidea. Epifamily now, Blattoidae, Termitoidae, Cryptocercoidae. So don't worry about this classification and all if you are an undergraduate student. So there is a family called Blattidae, very important species I am trying to mention here. Oriental cockroach, Blatta orientalis, common in Oriental region, that means including India. American cockroach, Periplanet americana, widespread across various continents, but mostly restricted to tropical parts of the world. Under the family called Ectobidae, which was previously called Blattelidae, there is a German cockroach, cosmopolitan in distribution, Blattella germanica. And similarly, very common species found in refrigerator is brown banded cockroach, Supella longipalpa. Okay, so now you see here, there is a epifamily, Termitoidae and Cryptocercoidae. So I'll try to emphasize these two epifamily now. Okay, so Termitoidae and Cryptocercoidae. So these Cryptocercoidae are called wood roaches. Okay, so why termites are combined with cockroach is very important here now. So the termites appear to be close related to cockroaches. The reason being, so it has been identified that these wood roaches actually gives rise to termites. So termites are considered as sister group of these wood roaches. Okay, so this conclusion is based on behavioral, ecological, and molecular similarities between termites and wood roaches. Okay, so there is a epifamily Cryptocercidae. There is a family called Cryptocercidae. Okay, so Cryptocercidae under the Blattodea. So these are in fact, these wood roaches are close to termites. As a result of that, in fact, termites are placed under the Blattodea order. So that means now it should be called infraorder Isoptera or epifamily Termitoidae. Okay, yeah. So termites and wood roaches are thought to be close relatives because of behavioral similarity, biological and ecological similarity, and genetic similarity. So we'll take one by one. So behavioral similarity includes they live in small family, okay, family groups, wherein each female provides care for young offsprings. So we have seen the termite mounts. We'll also discuss. So termites are social insects. Okay. So wood roaches are also social cockroaches. So that character, that the termites actually got this character from these wood roaches. They are primarily cockroaches. So they live in small family. So this is the behavioral similarity. Coming to biological and ecological similarity, both occupy similar habitats, share the same type of food. So that means they feed on cellulose. They have the same intestinal symbionts. So in the gut, they possess some type of microbial organisms which help of that they digest the cellulose. So these wood roaches also do same thing. So as a result of that, because of that similarity, they are placed together. So these cockroaches live in fallen timber. Okay, these wood roaches live in fallen timber on the forest floor, feeding on wood fibers like termites, which are then digested by symbiotic microorganisms with their digestive system. Okay, and coming to genetic similarity, DNA analysis from 16 sRNA sequence. So DNA barcoding is the very important advancement which took place, which actually easily identify whether they are close related or far related. So they supported the position of termites being nested within the evolutionary tree containing the order Blattodea, which includes cockroaches. So you can see here termites. So there is another superfamily which is now separated from even termites. So termites are very close to the remaining cockroaches. So they should be placed under the order Blattodea. So that's what the evidence they provided, the inward and co-workers. As a result of that, they were placed together. So coming to the characters of infraorder Hymenoptera epifamily Termitoidae. So I'm giving the character of termites are white ants. Okay, so termites are also called white ants. Don't get confused with ants. So ants are belongs to order Hymenoptera. Okay, so these termites are exoterrigotan insects, whereas those ants, okay, are endoterrigotans or oligoneopteran insects with 4 stages, whereas the termites undergo only 3 stages: egg, nymph, and adult. So how these Hymenoptera actually derived? Iso means equal, terra means wings. That means both four wings and hind wings are actually of same structure and same sized. Okay, that's why they are called Hymenoptera. So they are polymorphic. That means single species has got different castes like workers, soldiers, king, and queen. That's why they are called polymorphic, like honeybees. Okay, there will be drone, queen, and workers. Okay, they are polymorphic, living in social family. Okay, composed of limited reproductive forms. There will be king and queen and associated offspring. There will be number of nymphs, numerous wingless sterile workers. So the millions of workers and few soldiers as well in order to defend the colony. So that's why they are called polymorphic and they are social insects. Antenna is multiform and mouth parts are mandibulate. With the help of that, they chew the wood. It will be eventually digested with the help of microorganisms. Okay, so this is the queen, which is physogastric. Okay, and at part of the year, in fact, they emerge from the colony as winged adult. They may start the new colony. So I'll come to that later. Other characters includes wings. When present, they are held flat over the body, very similar. Okay, that's why their name Hymenoptera is arrived. Very similar, capable of being shed by basal fracture. In fact, they have the ability of taking off their wings, leaving only the part of that wing base. Okay, being shed by basal fracture, leaving back only the wing base. In fact, there are 3 principal castes: primary reproductives. Whenever a primary reproductives are died, okay, so something happens. supplementary reproductives develops. And there will be additionally, very importantly, soldiers will be there and workers. Okay, these are the three principal castes present in a termite colony. So colony structures or caste system includes queen. Usually there will be only one queen in a termite mound or a, many of them are mound building, and many of the species are do not have the ability to build the mound. Remember this point. And there will be king. Okay, so king job is to mate with the queen. In fact, they mate only once, but millions of sperms are transmitted to the female reproductive tract, and now the female actually start they release eggs, and these eggs actually hatch into nymphs, and they go out and get the food, and they feed into the queen, and they the queen actually remain inside the royal chamber. In fact, both king and queen will remain inside the royal chamber, and workers actually provide the food to these reproductives. And the abdomen of the termite queen actually goes on enlarging. That's called physogastry, which harbors number of ovarioles, and it will be continually producing the eggs. Okay, on an average, it can produce 30 to 40,000 eggs per day. Okay, so whenever it wants to increase the colony strength, in fact, winged adults emerge from the mound, from the colony, and they start a new colony. Okay, so this is the adult, winged adult, and this is the worker caste, and this is the soldier. So soldier caste job is mainly to protect or defend the colony. Okay. So coming to biology, so usually social organization in termites is divided into 4 key groups. 2 of them are reproductive forms and 2 of them are sterile. Okay, king, queen, workers, and soldiers. Okay, so in fact, I was saying that when winged adults emerge from a colony, so they have the ability to lose the wings, leaving back the wing base, and they mate. Okay, they mate. The king and queen actually getting into soil to a depth of about 5 to 10 centimeter, and they lay the eggs, and the nymphs actually goes out and get the food for this queen and king. The queen actually start enlarging its abdomen, and they start laying more number of eggs, from which young nymphs actually develops. Once they're older, some of them they may develop as workers, and some of them may develop as soldiers. Okay, so some of them start developing the wings. Okay, they are considered as zelates or reproductives. Okay, so they usually come out in particular part of the year, and they may start a new colony. So whenever there is a mortality of the king or queen, okay, they may develop the supplementary reproductives, or so additional colony may develop, leaving back the original colony. Under that condition, supplementary reproductives may develop. Okay, so I'll repeat this: young nymphs which are undeveloped young ones. Okay, so they may develop as primary reproductives or secondary reproductives or soldiers or workers. So primary reproductives are queen and king, as well as secondary reproductives. The secondary reproductives are also called neotenics. Okay, so neotenics are nothing but if the king or queen die or part of the colony is separated from the parent colony, they may start a new colony. Okay, so as a supplementary reproductives. Worker termites to build and gather food for the colony. That is their main job. Soldiers, our main job is to defend the colony from outside intruders. Okay, so workers and soldiers are sterile males or females. So that both these workers or soldiers are sterile males or females. Okay, but workers and soldiers are blind. They do not have this compound eyes or ocelli. There is an exception. There is a family called Odotermitidae, wherein all cats have functional compound eyes. So these are the few exceptions. So this is the biology, in fact. Okay, only in particular part of the year you will find large number of winged adults attracting towards the light lamps. So coming to classification, so and in fact most of you might have heard of this Termitidae family. Okay, so if we say Termitidae, it's actually family name. So the super family name ends with subfamily name ends with family and tribe name. Okay, these are that's particular endings. So generally they are classified as lower termites and higher termites. Okay, what is the difference between lower termites and higher termites? Okay, so they have lower termites have protists for digestion, whereas higher termites have got bacteria and fungus for digestion. Okay, so don't worry about the different family at this juncture. I'll touch upon only few of the families which are economically important. So there is a family called Mastotermitidae. They are commonly called giant termites of Australia. So They are very primitive. Their abdomen resembles that of cockroach. Okay, so it is thought to have evolved from the same ancestors as the wood roaches. So we were talking about the Cryptocercus. Okay, so those Cryptocercidae, in fact, those wood roaches actually gives rise to these Mastotermitidae. As a result, separate now Isoptera termites actually evolved. Okay, so considered to be nearest to cockroach. So similar to wood roaches, they lay eggs in pots like Utica, like in blackheads. So that's the similarity between these Mastotermitidae and Cryptocercidae. So that's what now the link actually is provided. Then there is a family called Calotermitidae. They are commonly called drywood and powder post termites. So they attack drywood, furniture, and violet lumber. No, very important species which has got no wide distribution called West Indian drywood termite, Cryptoterms brevis. There is another species, Neoterms shumagensis. There are a number of Calotermitidae. In fact, they are very serious pests as well. Rhinotermitidae, especially now in domestic condition, they are the problematic pests. They feed on wood and can cause extensive damage to buildings or other wooden structures, whatever which consists of cellulose, in fact. So wardrobes and all. In fact, they are silent attackers. So there is a species called Coptoterms hemi, which is very serious pest. So these rhinotermitids have got they are called subterranean termite. They have got a small opening on the edge region, which is called fontanelle, through which they exude the defensive secretion. Okay. So these type of rhinotermites are very serious pests, especially you can see they have not even left the parliament. Okay. So in a year 2002, there is an article in Times of India. Says in parliament, termites are the enemies. Okay. So anything wood, actually anything which contains cellulose are susceptible to attack by the termites. So then there is a family called Termitidae. They are called higher termites or mound building termites. This is the largest family, in fact. So out of around 3,000 species described, more than 2,000 species are belongs to this family alone. Here the pronotum is saddle shaped and soldier mandible with a teeth. You can see here, very important character. So in fact, number of mound building termites belongs to this family, especially Bodontoterms obesus in India, construct very large mound. Okay, so other species includes Macroterms, Nasutiterms. Okay, so many of these termitidae belongs to this family are very serious pests in agricultural ecosystem. Okay, so I was telling about Nasut. Now Nasuti termitinae, you can see this is a subfamily name, belongs to family Termitidae, wherein the egg is actually produced into a nose-like projection. It is a frons is actually prolonged, projected forward. They are called Nasut soldiers. Okay, very characteristic feature of this Nasut termitinae. So very interesting feature is that the tallest structure in the world are made by humans and termites. Okay, up to 30 feet height mound have been reported in different parts of the world, constructed by different species of termites, of course. In India, Bodontoterms obesus actually construct with large mound. So we sometimes use the word white ants for termites. What is the difference between these white ants are termites and ants? Okay, ants belongs to our order Hymenoptera, whereas termites Blattodea. So in termites, important difference is that both reproductive and sterile casts develop from fertilized eggs. Whereas in case of true ants, sterile casts are made up of females only. And all females, sterile and reproductive, develop from fertilized eggs, whereas reproductive males develop from unfertilized eggs. For example, drones in case of honeybee, okay, they develop from unfertilized eggs. Okay, like even in case of ants. Okay, that is the difference between the white ants and ants. Coming to biology of cockroaches. So you may ask me that how long a cockroach can live. So probably if you don't know, many people might say that it may live for about 1 month or so. Okay, so this is the mating posture. Eggs are contained in ootheca. Okay, usually they are found attached to the reproductive part, which may be externally attached until deposited. Okay, the life cycle from egg to adult averages about 600 days. Okay, you can see the length of these egg and larval nymphal period actually takes. Average incubation period, that egg period, is actually 44 days. A species like Periplanet americana, American cockroach, can molt for 6 to 14 times. Okay, so that means and nymphal period takes about 600 days. And adult can survive for about 400 days, more than a year. Okay, an adult cockroach can live for more than a year. Okay, so Periplanet americana generally lives in basements, sewers, steam tunnels, drainage systems. Okay, especially they are nocturnal. So coming to economic importance of Blattodea, which includes both cockroaches and termites. Cockroaches can spread disease by contaminating human food with germs they pick up in latrines, garbage dumps, etc., and spread some of the diseases. In fact, there are not specific vectors. Okay, they mechanically come in contact with various germs in various places where they live, and they spread. Okay, cockroaches are not specific vector of any disease. Okay, like we talk about mosquitoes. Whereas termites, they have got two distinct functions. One is harmful, and then many of them are beneficial. So harmful function is actually due to cellulose feeding. They destroy structures and materials. Wooden portion of buildings, books, furniture, pen spores, fabric, etc. may be attacked. So responsible for emission of even high amount of atmospheric methane. Okay, because their biomass is very high. So millions of termites will be there in a single mound. So as a result, they also contribute to methane emission. And another hand, they are beneficial. They convert dead and decaying plant parts into organic matter, which the plant use. So that means they helpful in recycling the nutrients, and as a result, they enrich the soil. So that means they aid in the decomposition process, and that is a very important ecosystem service these termites provides. Okay. So let us see some of the interesting features of cockroaches. A cockroach can live for a week without its head. Okay, that's actually because of function is actually performed by the control is actually done by the various ganglia which are located in different parts of the body. Cockroaches are really old. So in fact, they evolved on this planet more than 250 million years back, and they are considered as very resilient. So some of the species which were there more than 150 million years back, they actually have got maintained same character still today. So that's why they are called very resilient species. Cockroaches can live without food for 1 month. Okay, they have got they'll have the reserve food that is enough. Okay, for their survival without food. So few of the species can make sound. So very interesting character by Madagascar is skin cockroach can make sound through the modified spiracle present on the fourth abdominal segment. So which has got copulation or courtship function and other functions in case of this species, Madagascar is skin cockroach. Coming to some interesting features of termites, a termite queen can lay 30,000 eggs per day on an average. Okay, termites are rich in iron, calcium, fatty acids, amino acids, proteins. As a result, they are considered as a very important component in diet in various parts of the world. In fact, they are consumed as food. Soldiers and reproductive termites can't feed themselves. Okay, so that means they must rely on workers to feed them by regurgitated digested cellulose into their mouths. Okay, so these workers actually bring the food, they digest it, and they regurgitate near the mouth of the king or queen or the soldiers, and that will be eaten by these cats. Termites are known as silent destroyers. Okay, because of their ability to throw the wood, flooring, and even wallpaper undetected. Okay, probably if you are unnoticed, all sorts of food may be attacked at your home, and one time you will find that type of damage. Termites cannot digest on wood without the help of symbiotics. Okay, so in fact, on their own, they do not have the ability to digest the wood. In fact, they possess large amount of different species of symbionts inside their gut that actually those microbes actually helpful in their in the digestion of the wood cellulose. Coming to collection and preservation of Blattodea, adult cockroaches can be collected during their activity, that is they are mainly nocturnal. They can be pinned on the base of the right tegmen. Okay, so appendages should be rightly spread. Whereas nymphs of cockroaches and all the casts of termites should be wet preserved in 70 to 80% ethanol. Okay, they should be either it may be winged adults or the soldiers or workers. In fact, soldiers are used in identification. So all those should be preserved in 70 to 80% alcohol so that they can be used in identification. So approximately 10,251 species of Blattodea have been identified. That includes 7,314 true cockroaches and 2,937 termites. Okay, and in India, 196 cockroaches and 271 termites. So in total, 457 Blattodea have been identified. So that means we completed the discussion of all the Polyneopteran orders. So in this class, we discussed about the Blattodea. So that completes the Polyneopteran orders. We left with the subdivision Paraneoptera and Oligoneoptera Neopteran division. So Paraneopterans are called hemimetabolous insects, are those insects which have got piercing and sucking type of mouth parts, whereas Oligoneopterans have got varied structure and habitat, and they are very economical. So almost we completed the 50% of the orders, but the remaining orders are very economically important. Okay, so keep following my lectures. I'll end this lecture with few questions. How do these millions of termites respire staying inside the mound? So if you open the mound, you might have experienced millions of termites will be there inside. So their house is completely covered. How does this gaseous exchange takes place? Very interesting phenomenon. Please search for literature and read. What is the behavior of these termites in this picture? What they are doing? Certainly it is not mating, but search out. Very interesting phenomenon in fact. Okay, so thank you very much. If there are any questions, you can post below, or you can email me as well. Thank you very much.